guys. It is 6 o'clock on Friday morning. I am headed out. I am at my first charging stop. Already been on the road for about an hour. So this trip, I'm headed to Copper Harbor, Michigan, which is in the very tip of what's called the Keweenaw Peninsula. That is the northernmost point of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, which a lot of people call the end of the earth because this peninsula just juts out into the middle of Lake Superior. That's where I'm headed. To get there, I can't even use Superchargers to get there all the way. So I suppose you could call this the journey to the end of the earth with a standard range Model Y. Yikes. There is a supercharger that I was planning on skipping today. However, they've got a Starbucks, so I gotta stop. I have to. I need coffee. I have to. It shouldn't be long. And here it is. Heck yeah. Back on the road. Whenever I get the chance to use Electrify America or any CCS chargers, I typically do, even if they're like literally right next to the Tesla ones. And that's just because it's cheaper. Electrify America is like 31 cents a kilowatt hour, and this one in Gaylord, Michigan for the Tesla Supercharger is something like 45 cents per kilowatt hour. So, I mean, it doesn't really make a huge difference, but it's always like, you know, $2-3 per charge, especially on these longer, deeper charges. So get my money's worth, I guess. There it is, the Mackinac Bridge. Almost to the Upper Peninsula. Well, we have made it to the Mackinac Bridge, or Mackinac City that is, at the nearest supercharger. This is the last supercharger until Marquette, which the standard range literally cannot make it there on a single charge. There is one level 2 charger that I'm aware of in Munsoning or Musoning or whatever you want to call it. That's right here. That one is 125 miles from this supercharger. The furthest I've ever gone on this car in a single charge is 140 miles. So I should be able to make that, but it'll be close. I'll have to stop at that charger for probably 2 hours or so to make it the rest of the way to Marquette. But that's tough. That's part of what makes this trip really interesting and a lot of fun. But so we're going to be here at this supercharger for about an hour in order to charge literally to 100%. I'm going to wait until the battery clicks off itself. There is no possible way that I'm going to make it without a completely full pack. So sit back and relax. Gotta find a bathroom though. I just took a walk downtown Mackinac City for a bit, 47 minutes or so. Walked a mile out, walked a mile back, got another cup of coffee. I'm gonna have to pee in like 10 minutes, and found a bathroom. We are at 99%, which is pretty close to what we need. I'm waiting for this pack leveling to complete. We're already at 8 kilowatts, 9 kilowatts left. That'll count down to about 0, then we're good to go. I'm 100 miles north of the Mackinac Bridge now. The car's been getting pretty good efficiency, but I have been going like 10 under the limit here. This has been really interesting. A lot of people are passing me, but I gotta make it to this charger, and it looks like I could be able to skip the level 2 charger if I wanted to arrive in Marquette with like literally 0%, which I'm not willing to do. So I think the level 2 charger will be a little shorter than I think, which is great. I'll have a bite to eat, a little dinner in the back here, and call it a day. Quick little pee break. So we're only about... What the heck? Why did this thing... Let me reboot it once. Hands on both buttons. Reboot. Okay. That was creepy. I am 100 miles from the nearest supercharger, and the car just dies. Interesting. This is crazy. Why am I doing this? Doesn't typically take this long. Reboots again.
500 feet.
Okay, so only about half an hour from the level 2 charger in Mucining. Months, and another 40, 50 miles after that to Marquette. There it is, the dreaded message. You are almost too far from known charging locations. The car does not know about the level 2 charger in Mucining, but I do. So, if we just press show chargers here. Yeah, see, like, we are in the middle of supercharger desert. I mean, the level 2 charger that I'm going to is literally one of the only chargers between all of these. PlugShare says that the service is really bad here for T-Mobile, which seems to be the case. So I pre-downloaded the app and thought I had the right one. Apparently I do not. But this says I should be able to continue without app. Oh yeah, just enter your credit card number and... Awesome. It worked. Holy crap. So it says right now we could make it to the Marquette Supercharger with only 7% left if we left right now with no charge. I'm gonna have a bite to eat, probably stick around for half hour or so and keep on going. It's quite the drive though, like highway through middle of nowhere. It's very odd. Not as much snow as I thought. This place usually gets pounded with snow, but not much here. Roads are dry, so good day. Good day. Well, it's been about 25 minutes, and with a 9% arrival in Marquette, I think I'm pretty comfortable with that. It's only 45 miles or so. Yeah, 45 miles. I've got 78 on the rated range, which is 35% on this car. So, yeah, about an hour. Let's do it. Hit the road. Let's get out of here. That night, I drove another 100 miles after sunset, before stopping and sleeping overnight at a Rivian Waypoint charger. Morning, guys. I spent the night last night at a public charger. It's a level 2 charger. Charged to 100%. Got a reasonable start this morning. Hit the road, cooked some breakfast, made some coffee. It is delicious, by the way. And now we're driving the last 25 miles to the end of the earth, to Copper Harbor. We're almost there. And then I gotta turn around and go right back. I'm going to try and do some hiking today. I'm going to try and do some sightseeing today. I think there are a couple lighthouses and some cool waterfalls to see out here, so we'll see. I have no plans. I have nothing in stone. I'm just wandering wherever the signs point me to. So let's hit the road. Holy cow. That was incredible. Literally no service on my phone or on the car. We are in Copper Harbor. This is where I was headed here. This High Rock Bay. Apparently you can drive pretty far in here, but I just tried way back there. Yeah, I don't know, I made it 500 feet or so. The snow is about a foot deep, and it's only a 2-track through there for high clearance vehicles. Tesla did not make it. I ended up reversing out through the entire thing. A couple islands out there, I mean, you can't get to them, but still fun to see. So I guess I'm going to turn around, go back to town, see if I can find some Wi-Fi. Oh well. Check out this little peninsula island looking thing is there's a trail that goes to the point of it with a good view, apparently. With trailheads at this marina, it's the Copper Harbor. It's called the Copper Harbor State Harbor. Fantastic, but it's all snowed in. I can make it past it, but the sign down there says closed, and yeah, I don't really know. Right now I'm just in the entrance. All right, let's get going. Quite the entrance to this trail here. This is the Hunters Point Trail. Welcome to Hunters Point Park. And this whole area is funded by fossil fuels. The Michigan Natural Resources Trust Fund. Interesting. I wonder what else is funded by that, because they don't post these signs everywhere. First one I've ever seen. So I'm curious what other parks are literally funded by fossil fuels. Trail this way? What's this way? Trail. Okay. So this whole thing goes around this harbor, this lake, marina, whatever you want to call it. And I'm glad there isn't more snow. Because this is already quite a bit of snow. So, we'll see what happens. This is really interesting. The trail just turned to this rock, which is the same rock that's on the beach, because we're approaching the end of the trail. This trail goes off in a few different directions, but this entire point here is just this Lake Superior beach rock. It's very unique, very interesting. All the rocks are super smooth because they've been mashed up against each other on the shore for decades and centuries, and they're all here now on dry land. Super, super interesting. And this looks like a dead end, perhaps. And this is Hunters Point. At this point, it was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and with daylight running out, I didn't want to risk any more hikes, so I went on a short tour of the Lake Superior coast. And with time still running out, I knew I had to do one last scenic drive. After dinner, of course, before heading home. So, the scenic drive that I wanted to do has two entrances, one on the north side, one on the south side. I tried to go on the one on the north side in Copper Harbor, but it was completely snowed in. But when I got to the one on the south side, it seemed to be okay. So here I am driving on it, and this is a tricky drive. It's just like a 2-track with slush everywhere, massive puddles. I can't tell if they're potholes. There are a lot of potholes. This is interesting. The car does not like this at all. But traction control is doing really well. The winter tires on the backside are also doing really, really well. I'm very impressed. Yeah, see, so right here we've got the back end swinging around, and I'm trying to correct for it. This is fun. I would love to do more of these if this car had a larger ground clearance. The ground clearance on this car is only a few inches, 6 or 7 inches. If I had like a Rivian R1T or even a Model X, I could go up to 12, 14 inches. That would be fantastic. I'd have a lot less issues on this trip, like the seasonal road I found earlier that I almost got stuck at. I had to reverse out of, and more. So, oh yeah, see, now this one's getting a little tricky. A lot more slush. This could get interesting if it gets any deeper than this. We're doing it. We are doing it. Full send. Complete full send. Oh my word. And what was at the top of this scenic drive? I was not expecting. This made my trip. Day turned to night. I packed up the car and headed home. And my bed for the night was another level 2 charger to bridge the gap between Marquette and Mackinac City. And I'm proud to say, I took a standard range Model Y to the end of the earth, a place that is stranger no more.